Okay, well, now that we've gone through a freaking bazillion memes and stuff, well, click back on the game and stuff. We got more support conversations to go through, and yada yada. So, I know we have a bunch of Takumi ones. I think Takumi could just like, yeah, seeming like. But yeah, Fates was a big deal when it came out. Of course, it had a lot of memes. Yeah, I'm still finding like a whole bunch of new ones to this day that were probably just made back then. But yeah, Fates was a big thing when it came out. It's a shame that it missed its mark, like, story-wise. If this game had, like, slightly better gameplay, soundtrack just as is, the soundtrack is great, and then, like, an actual, you know, flushed-out, incredible story, I could absolutely see these games being my, like, I could easily see these games being my favorite Fire Emblem games of all time. Like, and if this had, like, a proper flushed-out, like, incredible story across the whole board, I could see myself calling these games masterpieces, considering the soundtrack is freaking incredible. The gameplay is mostly good, make some small changes, and then you'll reach that freaking perfect middle point of goodness. Actually change quite a handful of things. But story. Yikes, like, I came into this game wanting to love this story when I played it when I was in high school. And by the time that, like, I beat Birthright, and I was like, okay, that wasn't anything all that crazy, but, like, the other routes are gonna be better. Conquest had some intriguing things, like, you know, trying to reform things from the inside, or, like, trying your best to, you know, freaking help out all the dudos along the way, despite the fact that you have the person who's giving you orders that's telling you to kill everybody and stuff like that. Like, there's some interesting aspects like that, for sure. And then Revelations, I was like, okay, this one's gonna be really good. Neither of the, like, Conquest had some interesting things, but that was about it. But maybe Revelations will finally be where, like, this potential masterpiece of a story is at, because this looks like the kind of game that could have a masterpiece of a story. But then freaking Revelations is, like, half the game of let's get all the siblings together, and then they just kind of come together. And then the entire second half is literally just basically the exact same feeling level over and over and over again, and just nothing happens story-wise until you get to the end, where it's finally like final boss time, and then you beat it, and then that's the game done. Again, spoilers, I guess, but don't, for anybody who doesn't know Fate's story, that's what you have to expect, I guess. Like, there are parts of the story that I like, but I just can't like the story overall. And a soundtrack that keeps getting copyright, does it? This soundtrack keeps getting copyright? I've been getting a lot of copyright claims on my Bravely Default 2 videos recently, because that stuff keeps getting copyright, but does Fate stuff get copyright? I don't think I've gotten any copyright claims on my Fates videos. I don't think. At least. Phew, I'm so glad the banquet's over. Me too. Guess we survived without a plan after all. I panicked and started talking everyone's ear off, and they lapped it up. I know, they loved us. A lady told me she hopes her daughter turns out like me. Yeah, all we needed to do was make an effort. Who knew? We could say that about the story of this game. To whoever, I know that there was different teams in charge of doing Birthright and Conquest than Revelations, which could be part of the reason why the story was, like, so weirdly disconnected and freaking strange. But you could literally attribute to, like, the story of this game. Yeah, all we needed to do was make an effort. Who knew? I actually enjoyed meeting everyone and hearing their stories. Like, I'm not that much of a story writer myself. Like, I'm no expert in that field. But I feel like I could write a better story than what freaking Fire Emblem Fates overall turned out to be, especially Revelations. I feel like I could pull it off. Just saying. I feel like a lot of people could pull it off. Important for us to be accessible, Sakura. You and I make a good team. Thanks, Takumi. We'll keep working together for the good of Hoshido. Like, one of the things I really like about Fates is a lot of the characters, for example. I think that a lot of the characters are really cool. But yeah. Currently on your third Fates music playlist because the first second ones got copyrighted to the show. Oh, from, like, Nintendo taking it down and stuff. Luckily, I haven't had any problems of, you know, them going after my videos and stuff. Hi, silly dog, you went up on the... Well, that answers that question. You can relax, it's okay. Okay, well, guess I should grab a bite to eat and head home. Huh? That Azura over there with that kid. Please, child, I'm trying to reason with you. If you will just answer my question. Be gone, thought! I don't have to tell you anything. You're a thought! Azura, where do you find the kid? Okay, thinking about thought. I was a couple days ago just watching some Netflix with the family, and one of the recent Netflix releases that came out, we wound up putting on the freaking animated movie, The Mitchells versus the Machines, and it was actually pretty good. I actually kind of enjoyed it. Like, it was so corny. It was one of those things that's purposefully super corny, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. But one of the terms that they used in that movie was thought, and I had to explain to my parents what thought meant. Hi, Takumi. I think he's lost, but he won't tell me where he lives. Hey, kid, are you lost? Leave me alone. Freaking thought. See? He won't talk to me either. I just want to make sure he gets home safely. Relax. Let me handle this. You think that's a good idea? Listen up, you little piece of crap! You want to roll with... You want to listen to Thought over there, or you want to roll with Takumi? What you doing over here, buddy? Are you exploring? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm exploring. How'd you know? I'm just cool. I got a feeling. My cool sensor. Look like an adventurous type. So, what all have you seen today? I passed a mountain and a field until I came to this little village. There was a cool shop that sold lots of weapons. A nice man gave me some rice. Wow, that's pretty cool. Sounds pretty amazing. You must be exhausted. Maybe a little. Well, I've got an idea. I need to get in a workout. You want to help me train? Huh? How about I give you a piggyback ride? You rest while I work out. What do you say, coach? Alright. Cool. Hop on. Thanks again for your help. Radical, bro. Whew, I'm so tall now. This is great. We're gonna run all the way to your house. That's totally where we're going. We're not going to the van. Are you ready? Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna run by the shop in the field and the mountain. Then what? There's a really big tree. It's right next to my house. Got it. Let's go find that tree. Who would have guessed that Takumi would be so good with kids? Okay. Takumi and a random nameless child reach support rank C. Imagine. You're positive if you could write a plot better than Fate? If you actually wrote your ideals down, you already have. If you actually wrote ideas down, you'd already have. Yeah. I mean, a synopsis of like the plot of all three routes is Birthright. Oh no, siblings went missing. Go find them. Oh, you found them. Go after, like, Big Bad. Oh no, Iago's up to his bullshittery again. Oh wow, we stopped him. Now we defeat Garen. Whoa, we saved the world. Or we saved Hashido and stuff. The plot of Fire Emblem Fate's Conquest. Oh no, I want to freaking help everybody out, but my adopted dad's a freaking asshole who wants me to just, like, kill everybody who I run into. But, like, we're gonna go fight him at the very end, and like, whoa, then we save people and stuff. And then the plot of Fire Emblem Fates Revelations is, oh man, I gotta get both sides, like, together and stuff. Okay, they just kind of wound up finding me and just joining me for inexplicable reasons along the way. That's cool. Let's jump down this cliff now. Now let's enjoy the entire second half of the game doing the exact same stuff over and over again. Oh yeah, and also we fight some spirits of, like, some deceased relatives or something like that, and I don't know if it's ever something that's really brought up or that important. And there's, like, this kiddo that we take the word of that leads us directly into a trap, and then we kill him, and then we fight Mr. True Big Bad, who's like the true puppet master behind everything, and then we save the world and everything's great. That's literally the plot of Fire Emblem Fates. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That's literally a plot of Fire Emblem Fates. Let's put my sunglasses back over there again. But yeah, Revelations plot is something Unity, something Betrayal, nothing happens. Yeah, I mean, okay, Takumi Orochi. But I mean, we're not playing this game for the overall story, is the thing. We're playing this to enjoy all the gameplay and the memes and all the wacky stuff that's happening during these supports, and I don't know what's happening anymore. How are you feeling today, Lord Takumi? Fine, until now. This is because I know all about your childhood, your dirty laundry. I only meant your diapers. I had to change them when I babysat you. That makes it even worse. I swear you're just trying to torment me. I'd never do that. Hope these walks down memory lane will bring us closer together. What, you don't want to stop and smell the roses with me? Not exactly. You're afraid. Guess I would be too. If the roses smell like dirty diapers, what the heck? But if I know my Lord Takumi, I'll conquer your fears soon enough. Now, what is that supposed to mean? Don't you remember? You used to hide under your bed as a child. Hold on now. Honestly, when I used to babysit, you really worried me. You'd say there were monsters in the closet, the cellar, even the toilet. You'd come running and beg me to hold your hand. To the point where I was scared too. I suppose it's cute in a pathetic way. Enough already! I can't take any more of your mockery. I'm a grown adult. Oh, see? You're no scaredy cat anymore. I really bring that fighter out in you. Please, no more. It's all I can take. See ya, Orochi. Wait, Lord Takumi. I thought we were just playing, like the old days. Well, there's that, I suppose. Good, you're here. We need to talk. This again. Is this about my baby Yoda Boppet? Look, it doesn't matter. We were rescued. We're both fine. I'm gonna keep laughing thinking about that now. Now that that's a thing that I know exists. So furious with you. Can't believe you'd run off with a wound like that. And how could you say something so horrible? You really think I don't care? What was the previous support again? I don't remember. My little brother, I love you. You'd be better off without me. Takumi, you can't actually think that's true. Where's all this coming from? Don't act so surprised. I know everyone in the whole army feels that way. I think I'm useless. Next time, leave me behind. I'll figure things out on my own. Takumi, wait. I wish he wasn't so worried about proving himself all the time. Well. Lord Takumi. Hi, Aboro. Quick question about your ceremonial outfit for after the war's over. What do you think of this fabric? You're planning it already? It's a very early start. Hey, I don't take favors personally requested by my lord lightly. Plus, I like thinking about the future, and when the war's over, it gives me a fuzzy feeling. Not to mention all eyes would be on any outfit worn to a post-war ceremony. You call it an early start, but I'm already worried I don't have enough time. That's me when it comes to playthroughs on this channel, honestly. In that case, let's see this fabric. It looks perfect to me. I like the texture, and the sheen on it. It gets the Takumi seal of approval. That's a line in this game. Great, now that the fabric's decided, I'll get back to you on the color. Please do. You fell silent all of a sudden. Oh, it's nothing. Were you thinking about your parents? Does it make you sad working on clothes since they were tailors too? I need a tailor. Oh, that's not it. I mean, yes, I was thinking about my parents, but I thought my parents would be really proud to see me fitting Hashiden royalty. I'm sure they're both smiling down on their daughter from above. I hope so. It's weird though. What is? It's just very unlike you to shower praise on people. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen you be this kind to anyone. What's next? Will foxes start sitting on hens' eggs? Is that really how I was kidding. I'll accept your compliments in the spirit you meant them. Please let the Baby Yoda Boppet become a running gag in all your weird names. Ryoma's arc with Poseidon and Hayato Sonic fanfics. What freaking... The Boppet Baby Yoda is just gonna become the running gag with like Takumi now or something like that. I forget whose support it was originally brought up in now, but now it's been brought up with Takumi, so like I mean, with Takumi, when it comes to hiding your presence, there isn't a single school of thought for how to learn to do it. What do you mean? How do I learn then? It really depends on your demeanor. If I had to pick a single critical trait, I'd say patience is very important. What's wrong with my patience? Maybe presumptuous of me. I did not pronounce that right at all, but that's besides the point. But it could be a factor while you are in hiding. Perhaps you grow a little impatient while waiting for your target to offer an opening. Slightest sound or scent may be alerting them to your presence. Hiding requires patience and endurance. You must build your mental stamina in order for you to develop patience. It had to be patience, didn't it? Or Takumi, are you a skilled fisherman? Not in the least. I can't bear standing around waiting for something to happen. I'm not surprised. I believe that we must start with the very basic of basics then. What do you have me do? First, you'll sit cross-legged under a waterfall. Once you can handle that, we'll move on to the next step. I hate water-related training. I'm a fire type. It's always about staying in the water and doing as little as possible. Isn't there something else we could try that lets me move around? Something where I can build muscle and perfect skill at the same time? Oh, Takumi, if I may be so bold, We've been trying to contact you about the extended warranty. Yes? Lord Ryoma once asked me to help him. Once asked me to help him as you have asked me to help you. He carried out the training regimen I designed without question or complaint. In the end, he gained mental strength. Lord Ryoma is a calm and virtuous leader. I believe this is because he examined himself and confronted his faults. But, if you are no longer interested in improving yourself, I will not force you to do so. However, if you do not continue, I do not believe you will ever surpass Lord Ryoma. I know it is not my place to say such things, but I wish you would persist. Think on what I've said. For now, I will take my leave. Wait, Kaguro! I have to take a good look at myself, huh? Wait, are you a skilled fisherman? No, I shoot the fish with my semi-automatic assault rifle. That seems like something Takumi would do. That honestly seems like something Takumi would do. Oh yeah, Felicia's a swordmaster now. Was that something from last session? I don't remember. I don't remember if that was a thing from last session. Such gorgeous weather today. I can finally hang this laundry out to dry. Hey, watch where you're going! Oof! Oh! Lord Takumi, oh, why'd you run into me like that? Excuse me, princess. I'm pretty sure you just ran into me. Although, to be fair, I don't know how you can see over that giant pile of laundry. Oh no, this is terrible. What will I do? Huh? What are you grumbling about? Oh, that's bad. Just gone from maid to master? Well, I just finished washing all these clothes. Now they're filthy again. You knocked the basket right out of my arms. I'll have to start over. Well, you gotta watch where you're going. You can't be skipping around like that. I was not skipping. That is how I walk. Maybe you shouldn't be so peppy when you're trying to do the laundry. I won't be now. I've got to do it all over. Now I've got to do it. Gosh darn it, that's not how the sentence is at all. Now, hold up. You can't be crying on me. Stop that right now. I'll help you, okay? You will? Yes, I will. Just so we're clear, this is not because it was my fault. I'm only doing this because I'm feeling generous today. Oh, thank you, Lord Takumi. Thank you so much. Oh, come on. Let's get this stuff picked up. Yes, my lord. That's kind of how I am sometimes when people come into the Discord server looking for help getting the spot pass stuff going on Fire Emblem Awakening. Sometimes I wind up doing it for them with my own 3DS and just be like, this isn't a regular thing I do for people, it's just because I'm feeling generous today. I don't want to make it well known that I'll set up spot pass for anybody who wants it, but sometimes I do it for people who come in. But there's that. Yarg, what's your favorite letter of the alphabet? Hello, Hana. Oh, Lord Takumi. Would you like to see my baby Yoda up early in training already? The sun has barely peeked over the horizon. Yep. You haven't changed at all. It seems like you're out training every morning, even if it's freezing. Early morning workouts clear my mind. And I feel a special attachment to my sword if I wake up and train with it first thing. Well, you know, Hana, I'm sure that I have a special connection with my sword as well. I would don't take that out of context. Some sort of connection. That was supposed to be me imitating Takumi, by the way. That wasn't me supposed to make a joke about. That wasn't me making a joke about myself. Yes, it starts to feel more like just a weapon to me. It was part of my body, like an arm or a leg. It feels natural to wield it. Well, I know a thing or two. I'm afraid I don't quite get what you're saying. I apologize. It's difficult to explain. You really just have to experience it. Well, I have an idea. What if we train together? That way I can show you. You trained with me a lot back in the old days. It'd be just like that. Well, it was almost every morning too, I remember. But then one day you suddenly stopped coming and we never trained after that. It actually made me kind of sad. But Takumi, why do you have that look on your face? No reason. Unfortunately, times have changed. I don't have time for idle conversation. I have to go. Oh, Takumi. He's gone. What if there's some reason he stopped training with me? But yeah, I know when it comes to a sword, like, the only thing I've ever practiced with in terms of a sword is just, like, a wooden training sword and such. But I do know that, like, the best feeling to have there is, like, it is an extension of your body. Like, it's an extension of your arm. The only other weapon that I've worked with is nunchucks. And, like, I don't think I can ever get into the mindset of feeling like that's an extension of the body, because nunchucks are so freaking weird and spicy. Like, we practice sword and nunchucks in Taekwondo, and funnily enough, nunchucks aren't even a Taekwondo thing. The reason why my school picked up nunchucks like a couple decades ago or something like that, before I even enrolled there, is purely because nunchucks are fun. They added nunchucks to the curriculum at my Taekwondo school because nunchucks are fun. Not because it has anything to do with Taekwondo, but just because they're fun and like stylish. And that's literally why we practice them. It's because they're fun. So there's that. The more you know. But yeah, young matey, because Hana, captain of the flying pirates, give me all your memes or you'll walk the plank. Imagine, that sounds like something she'd play. Nunchucks are a garbage weapon. They have some potential. There is actually some kind of neat stuff that you can do with them. Like, if you do use, like, the chain for blocking things, it can be a good way to catch your opponent. And, you know, freaking yoink them from there. I don't know how to phrase things. I don't know how to phrase things, for example. But, like, if someone's going for your neck, for example, and you get into a position like that where, like, the chain is just perfectly blocking that kind of thing, that's, like, a perfect opportunity to suddenly wrap that around them and freaking Falcon Punch for them. I don't know. Not Falcon Punch, but pull them in and, like, knee them or something. I don't know. We don't exactly do, like, self-defense practices with nunchucks. We just kind of, you know, practice stuff with nunchucks because they're fun, as I mentioned before. But, yeah, there's that. There's some really cool things that you could do with them. Where are my nunchucks? My nunchucks are over there. Nunchucks are over here at the moment. I just have, like, foam ones. This is the thing. I haven't used them in a good while. But they can be, like, fun things to swing around and have fun with. I don't have the space to, like, do anything with them here. But there are, like, freaking things about, like, swinging them over the wrist to the other side can be, like, hella fun. Like, I don't have space to do it. But if you're swinging them around real fast and get, like, a figure 8 pattern going, it can be fun to swing it around so it goes around the back of the wrist that way and you wind up catching the other side. And then you can swing the other around the other way. And, I do not have any space. That can always be fun. And then you get, like, a super fast figure 8 pattern going where you're constantly switching. And it makes people go, like, whoa, that's so cool. How are you doing that? Because it looks way more impressive than it actually is. So that's a fun thing. I don't know. Freaking. Hello, anybody home? What's all that racket? Nata, is that you? Or Takumi, show yourself. Ah, that's a Nata, alright. Is that any way to address your superiors? Show yourself? Seriously? Sorry, I was just practicing. Sounded like you were trying to pick a fight. Exactly. But not with you, of course. I thought it was time we issued a challenge. Huh? Do you remember when we were in that fighting competition together? Is that what this is about? Forgot the part where you fought and I watched. As a member of the royal family, I wasn't allowed to participate. Oh yeah, fighting contests were too uncivilized, right? Well, anyway, about that Baby Yoda bop, remember how I threw down that challenge and beat the snot out of everyone? Can you keep your voice down? You're my retainer. You can't talk like that. Yes, sir. Sorry, my lord. Well, I was thinking we should round up our best fighters and hold another contest. With the war going on, we can't afford to get sloppy. We gotta stay sharp. We used to take our best swordsmen and have them fight their way up the ranks. I think it's time we do it again. Well, that is an interesting suggestion, but it's gonna be awesome. Last time I came out on top, and I'm planning on a repeat. Better get ready because Hinata is going to bring it. We'll see ya. Wait a minute. We haven't decided anything yet. Get back here, you idiot. But yeah, more effective wield a quarterstaff or bow staff than nunchucks. Here's a bop it to see who gets the highest score. Imagine. That's what you run a contest for. But yeah, there are some things that we do practice there purely because it's like spicy or fun. Like one of the knife self-defense techniques that we do that everybody knows, like our knife self-defense thing, we have like a number order for a few of like the pre-made kind of, yeah, get those ones down kind of things. A number 12. Everyone dreads number 12. The one that you would never realistically do in any situation, like, ever, is where somebody goes to strike you with a knife, and you basically go onto the ground, put your hands onto the ground, and you shoot your legs forward, and one leg goes onto their chest, and the other goes onto, like, the back of their knees, and you take them down like that, and then you freaking axe kick them with the top leg and such. And it's not practical at all. And they have said, like, never do this in real life. We do it because, you know, it shows self-control and such. It shows, you know, that you're confident enough to do it without freaking axe kicking your opponent in the nuts on the initial thingamabob, like you get enough height. Like, it shows trust with your classmates, control, technique, yada yada. But in a realistic situation, you would never go for that. And even if you take somebody with a knife down like that with your legs, they can still just, like, stab you in the leg. Like, there's nothing that's gonna prevent them from doing that. Like, all our other knife self-defense stuff always addresses, like, get that weapon away as fast as you can. Like, because if you get them into whatever position, if they can still stab you, there's freaking no point. So like something you'd see in a manga battle, it really is. And, like, so when you're doing self-defense, like, if you're at testing, and like you're being attacked by like one person, maybe two people, depending on who it is. Like some people, they'll just wind up sending 2 attackers out, and they send 2 attackers at me when I'm doing self-defense, for example. If you don't wind up doing number 12 just randomly in your self-defense against like your classmates who are attacking you, then our master will literally bring it to a stop and be like, okay, now show me number 12, essentially. And then you gotta go do number 12 if it wasn't something that you were planning on doing before. Like, what with COVID and stuff, and me being injured for about half a year before COVID, I haven't been like super active in training for a good while, so I don't know if I'm confident in it anymore. I should hope so, but it did get to a point where I was at least pretty confident with it enough. But in like the early days of practicing that, it is so difficult to get past that mental barrier of getting down and getting your legs up high enough, because you literally put your hands on the ground and you have to shoot your legs up high enough that you do get like one on the chest, one on the back of the legs. And like, it's so hard to get like the confidence to go do that, because, you know, you're putting all your weight on this person. It's not like your weight, like you have your back half on your hands. So you literally need to jump up and like lock into position. So I know for a lot of people starting out with that, like it was for me when I was first practicing that, it's so easy to just accidentally freaking get your heel right into your right into your practice partner's nuts by accident. So it's something that I dreaded when it came to getting number 12 done on me, is people hitting me in the nuts, and it sucked. The way you say it sounds like an order from a Mafia Don. Frankie, hit him with the number 12. Hit him with the number 12, Frankie. I wonder if I can find it online. Hold on. Like, I wonder if it's just like a general kind of thing in Taekwondo, like ordered in that way, with like there's a couple different Taekwondo curriculums. The one that my school follows is World Taekwondo Federation, which is not a good way to abbreviate things when you realize that it abbreviates to WTF, World Taekwondo Federation. But hold on, let's just see here. I wonder if that's a thing. If I look up Taekwondo knife defense, what happens if I look up number 12? Is it a general thing, or is it just at like my dojang? Is this number 12? Hold on. Nope, that's not it at all. I found one that said knife defense techniques 12. That's not it at all. Dang it. Maybe it's just a thing at my dojang. Dang it, I don't know if I could find it. I wanted to find it. Gosh darn it. Here's one that says knife self-defense 1. That's just some basic other thing that looks like it doesn't really do much. Dang, I wanted to find a clip of number 12. Gosh darn it. On like some of my old phones, there might be some clips of me doing it somewhere, but dang it, I wanted to find a clip of it, because it literally is one of those things that you would see in like a manga battle or an anime or something like that, that is just not practical in real life at all. And they have said in class, like, don't do that in real life, like it's gonna end terribly if you do. We practice it because it shows control and it's flashy and cool. So like, if we're doing knife self-defense at like a demonstration or something like that, if it's an event where there's like an audience and we're doing knife self-defense, you hit him with number 12. Because it's not practical, but it looks flashy and anime as heck. Hey, Tony, hit him with the number 12. Rocky 3 was a good movie. Is it bad that I've never seen any Rocky movies before? Wow, this field has enough crops to feed our army for a month. Wonder who's been tending to it. Is that Mozu heading this way? Shoo, get out of here, thought. I'm sorry, did you just shoo me? Surely did, thought, but it's too late. You've trampled all my sprouts and spread all your negative e-girl energy all over the plant. Huh, you mean these spindly little things? Yep, those spindly little things you're stepping on are as good as dead. Poor dears, they never even stood a chance. Not with you trampling all over them. Not even your gamer girl bathwater is gonna be able to save them at this point. Oh, I'm really sorry. Maybe you should have put up a sign. You still have time to plant some more, don't you? Huh, you mean after I finish all my other chores, thought? I'm glad you think it's so easy. Well, let me help you. It's at least partly my fault. Kind of you to offer, my lord. I've had enough of your help for one day. Truth is, you royal folk make lousy farmers. Excuse me. Now it's on. I'm just thinking about that freaking scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail with like the farmer that's like yelling at King Arthur about like the political imbalances and all that stuff. Form circles around you, Mozu. Just watch. Oh dear, this isn't gonna go well, is it? Haven't seen any of them either. You just say it because Marv does in his New Yorker Italian voice. He says that a lot. Gotcha. Well, now we have a bunch of Kaguro ones. So, yeah, sure, let's go ahead and do that, I suppose. Saizo, can we talk? What do you need, Kaguro? In the battle the other day, you gave orders to the troops that put them at risk. Our goal was important, but there were less dangerous ways to accomplish it. This is an old conversation between us. How many times do I have to say we need to secure the Bop and Baby Yoda? Some objectives are important enough that they demand a certain level of sacrifice. Features the voice of the Mandalorian, Kaguro. Do you even understand what that means? I understand why you want to avoid that, but our path in life sometimes demands it. Do you know that it's recommended to chefs? It's dark times. We often have no say in the matter. One of these streams is just gonna become us browsing Amazon for like all the weirdest stuff that we can find. Why do we always discuss this? Neither of us will change our stance. That we couldn't adapt to one another is why we broke up. Whoa, were they a thing before? It was definitely a factor. You think only of protecting Lord Ryoma, whereas I weigh the cost of doing so. We're walking to the same destination, just taking a different road to get there. True. At least we only differ slightly and thus can still work together as retainers. Our vow to not let the end of our romance distract us from our duty was important. They were a thing, what? I literally never knew this about these characters. I literally never knew this. Glad we've held to it. We made that vow so long ago, and yet it still feels like yesterday. Indeed. Seeing each other daily makes it easy to forget that time passed. There's truth in that. I never knew that about these characters. Honestly, an Amazon trash segment would be hella pog. Would it start with the freaking Baby Yoda bop it? Just like click onto various recommended things from there and see what gets recommended. My Amazon account is shared across like family members, so the stuff that they would see recommended to them from there would certainly be something. The kind of stuff that you can find just by clicking on like connected pages and stuff like that. Ever heard of 5 Clicks to Jesus? It's like this weird online game that you play that directs you to a Wikipedia page, and you have to try to get to the Wikipedia page for Jesus in as few clicks as possible. From like going from one Wikipedia page to another, just clicking like stuff in the current article. Like, oh, this one has religion, list of religions, this one figures in this religion, Jesus did it, 3 clicks, you know, stuff like that. That's a thing. I don't know if it still exists, but I swear that was a thing when I was in junior high school. For those who haven't heard about that. Oh, there she is. Kaguro. Kaguro. Hello, Hinata. Oh, don't look at me like that. I just want to apologize for being so pushy. Although I'm still a little worried about you. I accept your apology, but there's no reason for you to be concerned. My issues are mine alone. Hey, you're hiding something behind your back, aren't you? Is that a Baby Yoda bop it? I mean, notebook? What? No, I'm not hiding anything. Go away. Would that by chance be a rare Pepe? Now that I think about you, you were hiding something behind your back the other day. There's no chance that you let this go, is there? Not at all. Well, I suppose I may as well tell you. I was drawing. You draw? I had no idea. It's one of a few hobbies I have. When you showed up the other day, I was considering drawing the view from that hill. Is it surprising that I would spend my time drawing? Not at all. Not at all, actually. It sounds like something you'd be interested in. I don't see why you felt the need to hide it, though. Hey, is this one of yours? Looks like it fell out of... Holy. This is a picture of a river I saw a few days ago. This is supposed to be a river. I suppose I can see it, but... Why is it so red? Are these whirlpools? And these whirlpools look incredibly ominous. And the whole image feels like it's pulsing. How strange. My art tends to invoke peculiar reactions from people. It appears very tough to understand. That's why I tend to keep it to myself whenever possible. It really is something else. You know, looking at it more, I can see an odd appeal to it. If you have more pictures... If you have more pictures of Spider-Man, I'd be interested in seeing them. I don't think so. I really do not like sharing my art with other people. All of my art is like this. Isn't seeing just this picture enough? Not in the least. I'd really like to see more pictures of Spider-Man. Your drawings or pictures of Spider-Man are cool. I'd love to put them in my newspaper. Appreciate your intent, but I have no need for false flattery. What? It wasn't false. I want your pictures of Spider-Man. No matter. I have no intention of showing you any more of my art. Hey, Peter, wait! But yeah, how long do you think it'd be to go from Baby Yoda Bop It to Among Us? What, to try going from an Amazon page to from Baby Yoda to Among Us? I heard the phrase Rare Pepe in probably 7 years. I was gonna say something else, but then I changed my mind. Kaze, can I have a moment? Sure. Is something the matter, Kaguro? My brother, Saizo, is so quick to anger. Do you have any ideas about how we could get him to be less volatile? Have you two been fighting about things again? Our opinions regarding battle strategy are considerably different, almost like they were just talking about it, and just, you know, accepting that they have different views about it. We occasionally find middle ground, but in general, we do not get along in command. Honestly, Kaguro, you probably understand Saizo better than anyone else. If anyone is going to find a way to come to a compromise with him, it's you. I doubt Lord Ryoma would have made you both of his retainers if he didn't think so. Hello, Reggie Bub. How are you doing today? Welcome to the shenanigans. I was hoping you would have some brotherly insight. I wish that were the case. I don't think my brother and I are as close as other siblings seem to be. We don't really spend a lot of time talking about ourselves with each other. That is unsurprising. Secrecy is a core part of our very nature. Our training goes beyond the bonds of blood, even for twin brothers. To share information than absolutely necessary. More information than absolutely necessary just isn't natural. I suppose that's true. Now that you mention it, Saizo and I did not talk very often in our childhood either. Naturally secretive, I suppose. Because he wanted to hide his Baby Yoda Bop It. I guess that's... Wait, I think that's Takumi's thing now. You're probably right. Perhaps we could have these little chats more often. Of course, we'll avoid issues that our duty demands we not speak of. If that's what you wish, I'll consider it. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Baby Yoda Bop It show. That's basically what it's become now. That's basically become like a recurring meme of this show. Yeah, everybody has a Baby Yoda Bop It now that we know that exists and such. Welp. What's all this? I see stems and scissors. Kaguro, are you working on a flower arrangement? Yes. Where I'm from, flower arranging is an art mainly practiced by noble ladies. You're from a noble family, aren't you? Yes, I am. As am I. I've been studying flower arrangements since I was a little girl. Interesting. Suppose it is no surprise that Norian and Hashida nobles share many hobbies. So, what sort of arrangement are you creating? I'm curious how different... What is this? It's an incantation circle to summon Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers DX. Is something wrong? Is this really what a Hashiden-style flower arrangement should look like? I'm Hashiden, so yes. Why do you ask? I couldn't really see it from far away, but now that I'm closer, how should I put this? It looks sinister. Well, you probably need to connect with Satan in order to summon Explorers DX, but it's worth it. It's like sorrow and pain interwoven in a flowery form. Needless to say, this is very different from a Norian flower arrangement. I see. This has been a valuable experience. Hashiden culture truly is foreign to me. Thank you for sharing, Kaguro. I must confess, I'm curious to see your next work. Though, I'm a little scared too. Well, but yeah. Have you seriously been talking about that Grogu, the overrated cash cow? Is that the name of like the company that manufactures that or something? Because I straight up don't know. Hello, Kaguro. Say, there was something I've been meaning to ask you. Oh? What is it? You're a ninja, right? Why do all you dress that way? Or you all? My attire is excellent for stealth missions and combat, and being a female Twitch streamer. Why do you ask, Azama? Oh, no reason. What about the scarf? Scarves are freaking great! You can't go wrong with scarves. Scarves are the way to go. My, oh my. It's part of the traditional ensemble. Ninja around the world wear the exact same thing. I have one other scarf. I also have like a black and grayish kind of scarf that I sometimes wear in place of this. I'm kind of used to this being like my daily scarf nowadays and such, but sometimes I'll wear that other scarf. If I ever wind up getting like more scarves, I could see myself like switching between different scarves on different days. There was a day that I used to switch between this scarf and the other one on like a pretty regular basis. Nowadays though, it's been basically like this scarf most of the time. Maybe I'll switch to that other one more often at a time, but honestly, if I had more of a wardrobe of scarves, I would honestly switch between them more often. Is the thing. Ninja around the world wear the exact same thing. So, does your scarf hide weapons? Or is it made from damage-resistant material? Come on, tell me. This outfit is crafted to be lightweight, durable, and above all, functional. And to get people to drop their Prime subs. I don't know what your game is, Azama, but I'm through playing it. Annoying serious people is so much fun. Also, these jokes that I make like Prime subs are gonna make no sense to people who aren't on like Twitch regularly, and I apologize, but yeah, Demon Summoning Circle, I summoned the Final Fantasy Tactics Switch. Yeah, I know that's definitely a title that you've talked about a fair bit here and there. Hayato, might I have a moment? Kaguro, do you need to write Sonic fanfiction with me? What do you need? I've been asked to work with you in a diplomatic capacity. It is my duty to maintain friendly relations between the Wind Tribe and Hashido. I know you're very busy writing fanfiction, but I hope you can spare some time for me. Are you a retainer to the Hashidan royal family? You are a retainer to the Hashidan royal family, are you not? Gathering information for some mission? Not at all. I just wish to talk. Hopefully we can establish a good relationship. I hope you will relax and chat with me freely. Very well. As long as our conversations will benefit both my tribe and Sonic, I mean Hashido. I'm grateful for your cooperation. I start by asking you something I've been curious about for a while now. What's that deal with that GIF on your phone about Mario and Sonic baking out? If anybody knows that freaking stupid meme GIF I'm talking about. Okay, what is it? You speak in a fairly distinct way. Why is that? Well, you see, I'm just trying to be way past cool like my hero Sonic. What are you saying? Saying you don't know Sonic? Do you mean to imply that the way I speak is a natural? It's way past cool. No, I'm merely curious if it's how everyone from your tribe speaks, or only you. I'm the only one that talks this way. I tried to share my Sonic fanfiction with my family, but they just thought it was weird, and freaking told me to go back to playing Sonic and leave them alone. Oh. It's interesting that you mentioned speech patterns. You yourself speak oddly. It's so not way past cool. Me? I suppose that's true. Speaking of Sonic, I don't know if I'm ever gonna cover a Sonic game on this channel, but if I do, it's gonna be something like freaking Sonic 06 or Sonic Boom or something like that, if I ever do wind up doing that. Me? I suppose that's true. There's no particular reason, though. Is there a reason why you talk the way you do? No! I'm no longer comfortable continuing this discussion. I will take my leave. Gotta go fast. There he goes. He's going fast. Did I somehow offend him? Maybe there's a story here that I'm not yet aware of. Oh, we gotta unlock the rest of this support conversation. I love how our recurring joke with Hayato is that he's a freaking massive Sonic fan that writes Sonic fan fiction. That's even where my voice for him comes from. And then the moment Kaguro asks him, is there a reason that you speak the way you do? He's just immediately like, no, I gotta go. Gotta go fast. Like that worked so perfectly with our freaking meme inside joke we have going here. I'm crying a little bit. I can't believe this. That was too perfectly timed. And joke about Kaguro getting people to drop those Prime subs, but Kunoichi, the word for female ninja, were trained in seduction. I guess that makes sense in a way then. Yeah, this nerd too obsessed with that pin cushion? I might not be completely following it. I apologize if that's the case. Yo, I was freaking chilling in Shuck stream earlier today when my mods Sonic Adventure 7 for the Game Boy Color on stream when. That's not a real thing, right? I don't think. I don't even know. I don't know a whole lot about Sonic stuff. When I was in Shuck's stream earlier today, when she was done with her stream, she hosted somebody on her follow list that she wasn't 100% certain when she followed this person. I was just like, oh, they're on my follow list. I'll go ahead and host them. And this streamer that she hosted that she wasn't sure what to expect turned out to be this streamer that was like, oh, gotta have that. Whoops, I just knocked it. Sorry, there's a keyboard that I keep alongside of this other computer. I just knocked it down. It was this streamer that was just like, low-hanging camera, shirt down, gotta show the assets, and to the point that the camera's more focused on that than like the actual face or anything like that. And like about 100 people watching the stream apparently, but next to nobody in chat. It was one of those kinds of freaking... It was one of those kinds of streams. Chuck reached out to me about after being like, I wasn't expecting that. And, so, there's that. Oh, man. you know, I've hosted a lot of people on my follow list before, like words that I follow them, but I've never I've never had it turn out to be like one of those kinds of streamers and such. So that was certainly interesting. Oh man. But yeah, yes it is. It's a bootleg and it's bad, like super bad even by bootleg standards. Oh, and Pincushion is Sonic's nickname. I really know like next to nothing about like Sonic stuff, honestly. Let's see this one. Do you need something? Hello? Don't play coy. I know you're hiding in the shadows. Show yourself. We've been trying to contact you about the extended warranty on your car insurance. Wow, Kaguro, that was amazing. How did you know I was there? Presence was easy enough to detect. So, what do you want? You've been following me all day. I was just curious if there was anything you needed help with. You're asking me just out of the blue? I put the word me in there because the brain autofills stuff a lot of the time. Why? I want to repay you for your help in that battle the other day. I thought I was a goner, but you saved my tail from the enemy. I see. Considering we are allies, I don't think you need to repay me for my help. In any case, I do not need assistance, nor do I desire anything right now. Now, if that is all you want to discuss, I'll be on my way. Hey, wait! Wow, she's a quick one. I'm not gonna give up that easily, though. Okay, well, there's that there. Correction, the villain's nicknames for Sonic? What, like Eggman's nickname for Sonic? Or maybe it's a different Sonic game where there's a different villain? I don't even know. Eggman is the one, like, Sonic villain I know. And I guess, like, Shadow, but he became, like, more of an anti-hero eventually. Or something freaking weird. Yeah, sure. Let's, why does Sakura have so many things? Probably healing people constantly during the grinding stuff that we had going on. Kaze, I thought I'd show you a few more of my dolls, if you promise not to laugh. Have I laughed yet? No, now that you mention it, you haven't. Here they are. No, I used to have 4, but then I got this one. Wow, this is really well made. It kind of reminds me of someone. Hey, yes, I have 1 doll for each of my siblings. Their hair color matches, see? There's 2 of you with red hair. One with brown and one with gray. So, I mean, I was about to say it's all red hair, but it's not all red hair. I see. So, oh, and there's my unit as well, I guess. I see. So, this one is supposed to be Lord Harmonia. Yes, when everyone is off fighting, it's nice to have something to hold on to. It must be very special to you. Do your siblings know? Yes, Takumi rolled his eyes. He thinks it's immature. Of course he does. I bet Lord Harmonia was happy to see this. Yeah, along with Ryoma and Hinoka. Even Azura smiled. You're lucky to have such a wonderful family. Yes, they inspire me to keep going. My brothers and sisters and you too, Kaze. Thank you, milady. I would sacrifice body and soul to protect you and the others. We'll get through this. There will be peace on the other side of this war. You'll see. I hope so. I do understand the feel, though, about, like, it being comforting having a thinger around. Not like a doll or anything like that, but when I'm freaking lying in bed and I just want to throw my arms around something, I'll grab, like, a pillow or, like, a blanket and just be like, time to freaking cuddle with that, I guess, if that makes sense. Sometimes it's just, like, nice to have arms around something. I don't know if that makes any sense, but freaking whatever. Think Eggman has called Sonic Pincushion before? Pretty sure he did in Sonic Colors. And Takumi calls it immature, but he's the one with the baby Yoda bop it. That's his freaking guilty pleasure. Pleasure? Yes. Excuse me, Lady Sakura. I'd like a moment. We've been trying to contact... This is probably getting so old. Oh, hi, Saizo. Sure, I'm not busy. Thanks for your help. Thanks for waiting on hold. It was only your intervention that kept me alive. Oh, anytime. You're almost like family to us, so I don't mind helping you. Lady Sakura, how are you so far from camp that night? I was feeling restless. Takumi was keeping me up all night with his baby Yoda bop it, trying to get a high score, and he started swearing profanities at not being able to get the high score. It was awful, Saizo. Please, do something about it. Now that I think of it, maybe I knew somehow about your predicament. Must be a divine gift you enjoy as a shrine maiden. Whatever it is, I'm glad it saved you. Yes, well, while we're on the subject about that baby Yoda bop it. Yes, Saizo? I want you to have this. Oh, desserts from the castle town at Hashido. I would have made so many jokes about what the thing could have been. These are so hard to come by. How did you get your hands on them? I heard they were favorites of yours, so I acquired a few as a token of my gratitude. You got these just for me? That's what I said, yes. Wait, where's the Zelda CEI laughing sound? Why are you laughing now? Because it's funny to think of you going out to buy desserts. That's confidential. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I keep giggling in front of you. Oh, instead of keeping them all to myself, why don't I share these with you? No, that's all right. But there's way too much for me to eat alone. I'm sorry, I have to go. Poof, I like to imagine that that's not him vanishing, and that's just him letting out like this tiniest sneak of a fart as he runs off in nervousness. He has the worst. Saizo, he vanished. Was it something I said? What did he eat? But yeah, my boy. I mean, it can't get as old as the game's actual running gag. What, the freaky Baby Yoda I don't even know. Oh, the extended warranty thingamabob. What is the big running gag that we have in this anyway? Is it the Fortnite Victory Royale thingamabob? He actually just yells out poof and runs away at max speed. He Naruto runs back. I realize I might have turned the camera up a little bit too much before. Yeah, that's something a bit better. Something along those lines. He's just like Naruto runs away. So, we meet again, Lady Sakura. Azama, I wanted to say, you know, I don't really think I ought to speak with you today. I find myself becoming frustrated with the way you squander your privilege. So I'll be on my way. Cheers! Wait. Okay, freaking Azama Twitter. Yes? Would you please not say those kinds of things to me? What kind of things precisely, my dear? I'm tired of the way you treat me. Just because I don't act how you think a princess should. Oh-ho! There is some of that princess-like attitude you've been missing. You were born under a lucky star, you know. Might as well take advantage. But that's just not right. And here we are again. How depressing. Being humble and meek all the time isn't getting you anywhere, my dear. I think I've had enough. Why don't you just shut up? You killed me! You just snapped that staff in two with your bare hands. Do you even lift, Oni-chan? That's what I like to see. Stand up for yourself as you freaking snaps a tree in half. Whatever. I don't care what you think. I'm out of here, Zama. Amazing. I just knew she had potential. She does have a better strength growth rate than Rinka. My goodness, I might adjust the Dogi cam slightly. What I might do about cameras. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Dogi cam adjusted and whatnot. Okay, we got one with Hinata. My goodness gracious. Remember Sakura is canonically stronger than Rinka physically speaking. He got arrowed or hit by magic. Nah, I just like to imagine he got freaking stabbed. Sakura just like pulls a knife on him. That could get so dark so fast. I'm relieved we made it out of there alive. I was debating about saying something along that train of thought, but then I was like, that's way too dark. Should I just say it anyway? I was about to say that Sakura took a knife to school that day. Forget everything I just said. Lady Sakura, you look a little green out there in the battlefield. You doing okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I just got a little scared, that's all. You can't let the enemy see you sweat. They always go after the weak. Like, I just like to imagine that Sakura has like a hidden knife at all times now. Really? I didn't know that. What should I do? Maybe a little extra training would help. Soldiers should always be prepared. Extra training? If you want, I'll take you through some exercises myself. Forgive the voice crack, I still haven't hit puberty yet as Hinata, not real life. I should hope that wouldn't be real life. But I'd do anything for a cutie like you, Lady Sakura. I'll be right back. Beginning with Hinata, why does this make me nervous? On the subject of that though, have I mentioned that like before puberty and getting like the kind of deep voice that I have nowadays, it was a regular thing in school from like long hair for my teachers to just assume I was a girl. That was something. Like nowadays with my voice that I have, people are just like, oh yeah, that's a dude. So it's not that big of a deal nowadays, but like, I'll teach you to treat me like that, Azama, and Sakura's Baby Yoda bob it doubles as a knife. Imagine. I'm just sure if I freaking, you know, change up look slightly and put on like a voice changer, I could totally like freaking, you know, convince people I was an e-girl or something. That's never happening. Who knew discovering their secret hideout would be this easy? Hey, you! What are you doing here? You don't belong here. Hinata, is something wrong? I thought I heard yelling. Oh, I know this girl. Yeah, she's the girl from the market. But why is she wearing a disguise? I remember you from Nor. Your parents were nobles. Why are you spying on us? You'd never understand, but you've never had a hard day in your life. Well, you're wrong about that. Something happened to your parents. Are they alright? Let us help you. There's no need to spy on us. Why would you help me? Did you forget how cruel I was to you back then? Of course not. I won't hold it against you if your family is in trouble. I would never accept help from you. I should have killed you when I had the chance. Whoa, now you've gone too far. You're on our turf now. Besides, did you forget? I did you a favor yesterday. By buying vegetables? You're such an easy mark. It led me directly to your hideout. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got intel to report. No, wait, get back here. Hinata, let her go. It's too late. By now, she's already told them where we are. By now, it's been 2 seconds. I can't believe I fell for her act. Stupid of me. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you'll excuse me, I'll have to think of something. Wait, Lady Azura, where are you going? She just pulls out a briefcase and starts assembling like a sniper rifle and takes aim in the style of, what's that one movie called? What is that one movie called? I forget who the lead actor is, but one of the main antagonists is Morgan Freeman. And the movie ends with him, like, landing the sniper shot through the villain played by Morgan Freeman's head after he, like, turns the chair to find that the dude wasn't at his desk trying to find out who he was anymore. And Morgan Freeman was, like, right on the X, that was the point. And the actual dudo was, like, miles away. And he shoots him with a sniper rifle, and then it does, like, the slow-mo reverse with the bullet backwards. And then the movie ends with him saying, "What the F did you do today?" That guy. What movie is that? What movie is that? Gosh darn it, I don't remember what movie that is. Dang it. Now it's gonna bug me. My goodness. Well, let's see here. Kaze, you're in my way. Could you please move? But that's the movie that I imagine her, like, assembling a sniper rifle from. I don't remember the name of that movie. No, brother. I'm here to challenge you to a duel. In a Bob at high score contest. Excuse me. Can't ignore what we spoke of the other day. It's clearly been weighing heavy on your heart, and it must be addressed. I therefore challenge you to single combat, for the knowledge of what troubles you. This is not a duel you can win. Or do you have a trick up your sleeve? No, I'm aware of its folly. Yet, even knowing this, my mind is set. I must know your mind at any cost. This is how far I will go to help you, brother. Sheath your blade. I'll just tell you. Done. I'm listening. So I've been farming Dogecoin. I once infiltrated Mokashu, believing that they played a part in Father's death. My suspicions were well founded. I came across evidence proving that a ninja of Mokashu assassinated him. But I failed to avenge myself upon his killer, losing my eye in the process. Brother, why did you keep this from me for so long? You told me you lost your eye in the Great Meme War. You were absent from our home village on an errand at the time. I couldn't tell anyone else that I was wounded at the hand of a Mokosujin. I don't understand. Why wouldn't you tell them what... Why wouldn't you let them know what you found? I might have, not for the wound. It was a constant, throbbing reminder that I failed to avenge my father. That I wasn't strong enough. Never again in my life have I felt such shame. I'm sorry, brother. I didn't mean to reopen this scar on your heart. It was foolish of me to think that drawing this out of you would help. It wasn't a secret I was nursing, brother. It was my miserable pride. I thought if no one knew the wretched story of it all. But you did share it. Do you feel better at all to have it out in the open? As I said, you're in my way. Please step aside. Of course, brother. Aw, that's big sad. Is that assembling a sniper rifle? The first thing that came into your head is a video where the guy on the subway assembles a saxophone like a sniper rifle and gets into a saxophone duel with another guy? I might know what you're talking about. Maybe. My, oh my. Welp, Lord Ryoma. Yes, Saizo. What is it? May I ask what prompted your earlier question? What question would that be? Whether I had any qualms about taking on the Saizo name. Ah, yes. I wasn't sure what prompted it. Has my work been subpar in some way? Not at all. Your work is exemplary, as always. No, I wondered because I've been having my own doubts along those lines. Doubts, my lord. It can't be easy, working in the shadows. Some of your jobs are ethically dubious. But you discharge your duty without complaint. I do what is expected of me, my lord. But the high risk you undertake ought to merit a correspondingly high reward. Also, thinking about supports and, like, Saizo, is something that bothers me about this game, is because portraits are literally just flipped around in cutscenes, and they literally didn't bother to do anything about, like, Saizo, I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong. So, like, his scarred eye literally switches which one is scarred depending on what side of a support conversation he's on. So, so there's that. But the high risk you undertake ought to merit a correspondingly high reward. And right now, our army does not have the funds to compensate you properly. I thought this might be cause for some dissatisfaction. Never, my lord. These things couldn't be further from my thoughts. I'm already rich off Dogecoin. I'm glad to hear that. But if you ever do have any such concerns, I ask that you bring them to me. Your generosity is most kind, my lord. I intend to do everything in my power to reward you for your service. It's only fair. As you say, Lord Ryoma. But yeah. A thing they do in almost every fighting game too. What, assemble a thing? And the thing, yada yada? Okay, you still have another one. Oh, there is still a few. We're not done yet. Not done yet here. Hana, you recall what it was I told you the other day? Oh, flip the sprite. Gotcha. Of course. Something about not being too reckless on the battlefield? That's right. And I heard that you charged, alone, directly into the enemy ranks today. But I could hear them laughing, saying I'd be an easy foe because I'm a girl. I wasn't about to let that stand. You didn't consider your place in the bigger plan, though. Our battle formation could have broken down because of your actions. Not to mention that everyone was worried about your well-being, surrounded like that. I'm sorry. I know all too well how emotions can get under one's skin and drive rational acts. I have experienced it firsthand. What do you mean? My brother, Saizo, can really let his emotions get the best of him. He's definitely given me a scare before. Oh, I didn't know that. That's why I spoke up. Drawing strength from your emotions is good, but don't get carried away by them. I understand. Sorry to have worried you, Kaze. It wasn't just me. Everyone was worried about you. Just keep that in mind the next time we're in battle, okay? Okay, I understand. Now then, let me care for your wound. It looks like it's just a looks like it's just a light graze, but we can't leave it that way. Thanks for helping. I want to get patched up so I can get back to training. This isn't going to just heal overnight. Will you at least take it easy for a few days? Okay. Once I'm better, though, will you join me for my training sessions? When you're around, I seem to be able to keep my cool much more easily. Sounds good. And just let me know when you're all healed up and ready. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. But yeah, that means we're taking advantage of the I don't need no man phrase. I'm sorry if I'm not completely following along to whatever train of thought was going on that now I'm completely confused about. And we have a few here. Looks like it's ones with Hana, I guess. It seems like. Hey there, Jacob. Hello, Hana. On your way to train some more? I am. Did you want to join me? No, thank you. Unlike some people I know, I do not have any time to spare. I don't have a lot of free time either. I just make a point of setting some time aside to train when I can. I don't particularly care how you choose to spend your time. You know, Jacob, I'm not sure anyone has ever mentioned this to you, but you're pretty rude. I've heard that. It's usually coming from people not worth my time. Oh, he's so sassy. Oh, I see. It's not just that you're rude. You're rotten, through and through. Oh, whatever. There are better uses for my time than having this conversation with you. I need to continue improving myself to better protect Sakura. You give your free time for the benefit of someone else. Of course, and she gets more than just my free time. If needed, I would lay down my life to protect her. Interesting. Does Jacob suddenly have a deeper respect for her? Every time I swing from the left, my hair gets in my face. I love long hair, but that's how I feel. That's part of the reason that I wear a hat so much of the time, is because if I have my hat on, then it's not getting in my face and the eyes. I do have to worry about my hat sagging like that, and I have to do that, and I should probably get like a newer hat at some point that fits my head slightly better. But like, my hair, it's not gonna get like right down from my eyes like that. But if the hat is off, then all of a sudden, it's mayhem, you know? It's not actually that bad because it's been stuck in place for a little while. But when it's windy, when I'm outside and it's like windy and all the loose strands start being like whoosh, 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 let me tell you, it's a freaking Worst thing ever. My goodness. Ever seen that freaking video of that guy that says that like he doesn't need a mask and just takes his beard and he flips it up like that and then puts on a helmet and then his whole face is blocked? I could like almost do that with like my hair. You freaking... My goodness. Yeah, just don't swing from the left. Hana's now officially a hypocrite. Well, but I mean, why don't you just tie it back, Hana? I don't actually have any hair ties here right now. Oh, I do actually. If I'm worried about hair getting in my face, I freaking just tie it back. And then it doesn't get in my face. Just easy peasy. Ever heard about hair ties, Hana? That's what you do. Wow. Do exactly that. Bada bing, bada boom. And then there's that. And then there's that situation sorted out. Easy peasy, you know? Not that big a deal. Just get some hair ties. That's what I do. I wear hair ties during Taekwondo. This is what I do whenever I'm freaking training. Stuff. Ugh, let's scooch in here again. It's getting unmanageable. Maybe if I brush it back and tie it differently. Just tie it like this. That works for me. Oh, hey there, Hana. Hello, Hinata. Did I catch you in the middle of a break from training? Yep, I need to stop for a minute and adjust my hair. I needed to do that all the time before I started tying my hair back. The reason I started tying my hair back was specifically for Taekwondo. Because it kept getting in my face there and was like uncontrollable and freaking awful. Wow, that seems like a pretty girly thing for you to do. Right after I say that that's something that I do. It's not a matter of appearance. It keeps falling in front of my face. I guess that's something that isn't a common problem for guys. Not common, but it happens. When I let my hair loose, one of the problems was with it constantly getting my face while I'm like running around and stuff is sometimes, since I'm like breathing heavy and therefore breathing through my mouth, sometimes it would get into my mouth and I freaking start choking on it and it was awful. Well, I'm more concerned with practicality than with appearance. Are you sure about that? I honestly feel like I've seen more guys who care about their hair than girls in terms of like, oh, I gotta like gel it in the morning and spike it up because I gotta get like that perfect spiky look, or have like a perfect flat topped look because I just want to make sure everybody knows that I'm a freaking table. I don't do anything with my hair. Like, I brush it, I take good care of it, and I brush it and stuff. That's all I do, is a thing. Whereas I feel like when I was in high school, and like even looking around at people in university, like COVID's been going on for a while now, but even looking around at people in university, I feel like I commonly see guys who have short hair constantly like doing things with like gel and like spiking it up and doing all kinds of things. I just don't do anything. I just leave it be and I brush it and I take good care of it. And I don't do anything fancy, is the thing. So like honestly, in my experience, I honestly feel like I've seen more guys who like put more work into their hair than like most girls I've met. That's just me. It must be rough for you to maintain your looks with all the fighting you do. What do you mean? It's pretty condescending. Don't get so prickly. I'm actually kind of impressed, really. Doesn't sound that way to me. I bet you think I'm a less capable fighter, since I have to worry about more than you. The only way to prove yourself is with a sparring match, I'd say. Like freaking... It looks like it takes more effort to do what Hinata's done than freaking what Hana's done. It looks like she just, you know, leaves it be, ties it in the sides there. Freaking Hinata has to do that whole weird thing at the back, though. Very well, I accept your challenge. Here I come. Are you ready? Yeah, bring it on. But yeah, Hinata's probably going to want to cut it, and it's a fear of balding. What, for people doing short hair and, like, spiking stuff up? I don't know if that has anything to do with that. What's your ability again, Izana? All enemies and allies within 2 spaces deal -2 damage. Yeah, that whole wacky thing. Well, I was planning on doing a chapter this stream, but it's 1:30 in the... Well, not a chapter. Not like a chapter. I was planning on doing one of the DLC maps for, like, additional class stuff. I mostly just wanted to get through this batch of, like, support conversations was the thing, so that, like, all our A+s were for sure done. So now I basically have free reign over grinding everybody into their... like A+ thingamabobs and giving them the skills that I'd be having like passed down to their kiddos and all that fun stuff. So maybe I'd wind up doing some grinding out of town and yada yada. I want to at least have Ryoma and Takumi's kiddos at the ready before the 24-hour charity stream the following weekend. And like I said, I was planning on hopping into like a map and doing like some actual gameplay today, but I gotta get up at some decent hours tomorrow because I'm heading out of town tomorrow sometime in the afternoon. And tomorrow is when Miitopia comes out, and I plan on starting that on the day it releases and such. So I'm a freaking, you know, get some rest. I think we might actually wrap things up early. I think this is going to be the first Fire Emblem Fate stream that we've done where we actually didn't do any gameplay. I was just reading out stuff that I wanted to read out to get it done with before heading out of town and stuff. Because I gotta get up at some decent hours, stream some Miitopia, and then freaking head on out of town. And that's gonna be what happens, basically. So yeah, so this was a bit of a short, strange stream in that sense, since it was just reading out support conversations. Next time, we might be going and getting our kiddos, finally. Next time, we might be getting Ryoma and Takumi's kiddos. This is gonna be an insanely long journey. We're never gonna continue with the story at this rate, are we? My goodness. But yeah, so thanks all who stopped by and hung up for the shenanigans here. I'm gonna pass out. So take care. See ya.